Good evening, everyone. My name is Flicker, and tonight I'm going to be getting my Sky Dailies done. Got some practice in against the Roaring Knight fight, so you can go see that tomorrow when it publishes. I'm like, when it uploads, and it's like, no, you're not going to be able to see it until it publishes. It will have been uploaded for at least a few hours, because I don't want to spam it right on top of my Sky Dailies. I want to give time for people to just go about their day. No, the one I need to learn how to forgive is myself. That's something I realized earlier. In a different recording that I decided to sacrifice instead of uploading. Because the den stork isn't here holding me accountable. The other goobers aren't here banging me over the head with the past. I'm the one sitting here doing that. I need to stop doing that. I don't deserve that. Sure, I may want to be heard, I may want to be seen and understood. But that doesn't mean I get to hold on to it. Doesn't mean I get to hold it as a vengeance or as any grand memory. For the friend I thought I lost. And again, it takes me a while to remember this, but I will remember it in time. Yeah, no, these don't look too different from one another. That does not fit me at all. Diving into the depths is more suited as a thematic element. That's a thought and a conversation for another time. That I hadn't seen in years. The reason why I need to forgive myself isn't just because I've made mistakes and pushed that person away. Because in some ways I did. In some ways I self-sabotaged and pushed that person away. In other ways, I held myself to an unreasonable standard and put the value of my own self below that of a relationship with someone else, when that's not what a relationship is. Getting what I wanted back then wouldn't have made things better. It would have made it worse. Why I'm glad I didn't get what I wanted. Beyond it, Dunstork being there for themselves. And even then, I still regret how I went about that. Heyo. But that's enough about my past regrets. Hey yo. Yeah, I feel like doing this. Let's see what we can color this in with. Without dumping ourselves in the water. Oh, yo. So far away. Yeah. Silver. Hadn't seen in years. Stay. But you slipped away. Slipped away. Daylight Prairie. Sit on a bench. Alright, let's do this. No, that's a silly sentiment. One that I don't dare believe. I can't afford to. You're welcome. Glad I could help. Cannot lose you again. No, can't afford to. Is that really the full truth, or am I saying that as a relative truth, though? The whole can't afford to with that sentiment. And in regards to valuing a relationship with someone else over my own self. The first one is true. I just felt sick to my stomach. Ugh. Okay, brain, you don't have to keep sitting with the feeling, please. Oh. Sure, why not? It's gonna be a bright, even though I wanted it to be a dark. Light that guided me through the dark. In that dream you weren't gone. Wish I had known how to stay next to them as a friend. Utterly and truly. Doesn't feel like I'm capable of that, though. Not yet. Thinking back on what I just said, though, I still don't like it. Even if I was capable of that, would it even be appreciated? I don't know. Oh, that's not translating right now. Unfortunate. Do I need to turn off the Wi-Fi temporarily? Yeah, I know! Like, my Wi-Fi adapter is being a pain. As a friend, I hope they're doing well. As someone I'm interested in, I hope to lose that interest one day. Retry. Alright. Troubleshoot problems. Wi-Fi. Next. Gonna use this as a moment to showcase my fucking delusions. That you slipped away. What, that... You really want to tell them? Of your fucking delusions about reality? About how we're all just rats in a cage? Come on, no one's going to feel comforted by that. Well, the point isn't to comfort them. It's to show some of the things I'm struggling with. Oh. Ah. Bugger, and here I thought I could bug you about being a goody two-shoes. Okay, I'm not... No. Genuinely speaking, my sanity is not stable, even as a link line. I believe reality is made up of a sea of concepts. And that concepts are inherently recursive. Yeah. Okay, close that out. If I need to temporarily close out temporarily close out Discord, I will. I'm not sure that's really going to change much. How can you put into words in a way that doesn't sound completely delusional that you believe reality can have quantum interactions between different parts of the brain? And that is an extension of what a spirit could be, but not completely the definition? Or that the more you work through yourself and compress your own understanding of yourself into your structure, the more you learn about yourself and accept yourself, the more you're able to influence your surroundings, even if just barely. Not in like psychic level ways or whatnot. Just silly little ways. Where you realize that, yeah, in the end, we may not matter individually, but on the scale of the lives we live, the choices we make do matter. If not to the annals of history, then they at least matter to us as people, don't they? Guy, did a recent update screw things over again? A grand game of meta chess being unfolding throughout multiple possibilities all at once. The people and lives affected shifting between realities based on their choices. A ranking and grade system that lets people live with where they're at, while also rewarding them for, I don't know. Again, it's all delusional bullshit. There's a reason why I don't really talk about it. I already gave my answer, game. Come on. Oh, come on. Where's that photographer one? Motherfucker. Rude. Is choosing to eat my message? Okay then, screw you. I don't think I could ever make it as a freelance photographer. I wish someone else well with doing it. I do like taking pictures though. Oh. The light that guided me through the dark. I don't want to think about that right now, brain. Please pack it up and put it away. It's not serving me now, and it's not going to serve me later. Take that thought with it. Take that thought over to the incinerator, by damn. Doesn't need to be packed up with the rest of whatever the fuck I was thinking about. Ugh. So what? Like, yes, it's mildly important to me, but at the same time, it's not going to change anything. It's not going to help me live my life, or otherwise. Yeah, no, I still haven't learned my lesson about being too hard on myself. It's gonna be a while before that one sets in properly. Yep. If I look into the reason on why it was so important to me, it wasn't just because of what I wanted. I mean, to some degree it was, but it was also just trying to make sure that, hey, conversations could be had. Why do I try to take care of other people who aren't even going to fucking be capable of doing the same for me? Oh, sorry. Hello. You're welcome. This is as close to silver as we're gonna get. Besides actual in-game silver colored clothes. That's an interesting way to think about it. Beneath an iron heart is a copper heart. Beneath a copper heart is a silver heart. Beneath a silver heart is a black heart. Beneath a black heart is a golden heart. Pure speculation and overthinking, though. Yeah, I can't remember how I was gonna dissect that too, so I'm not gonna fucking sit with it further. Oh, that is so stupid. So selfless that you're willing to be selfish for someone else when they're not willing to. That sounds like a really deep level of overfunctioning. Give me a moment. How did I know that was gonna happen? Because it was predictable and obvious. I wasn't asking an actual question, it was rhetorical. Well, your rhetorical question wasn't much entertaining. See what I mean about not learning my lesson yet? did make their intentions obvious. It's okay to let go of someone who doesn't value us in the way we value them. That's overcommitting to a bet that doesn't have any substance. Gamble, a bet. Perspective, seeing. Sometimes what we see are only dreams. What am I trying to do here? With these comments, with this talking, everything? What am I trying to do? Oh, flowers, neat. Aww, bugger. If the lesson I needed to learn was self-restraint, I would have aced that by this point. Oh really, prideful one? You think so? Okay, I can take a hint. I thought so. Butterfly, butterfly, why did you do that? I need to figure out a way to separate myself from the idea of them being similar to us. Not because it's a lie or the truth. but because that very idea is the one thing that's keeping us trapped in the same fucking cycle. The very desire to have someone who could potentially understand us deeply and thoroughly. I need to let go of that hungry desire. And just learn to be there for myself instead of expecting to find someone else who can do it better. Not in the sense where I don't rely on others or where I don't appreciate my friends and their help, but in the sense where I don't put someone else above myself in terms of much of anything. If they're better at me than something, that's all well and good, especially in a specific field or otherwise. But that doesn't mean they're worth more than me being here for myself. There will always be that kid in the depths of my mind wanting to do dumb ideas that I would advise against and try to keep them from. That doesn't mean I get to abandon them or neglect them just because they don't listen to me. Kid deserves better than that. Hey there, little me. Sorry for being so inconsistent. I can't promise I'm gonna change overnight or do better by the morning. But let's take our little victories where we can, hey? Being there for the kid also doesn't mean encouraging every single bad idea they have. Jeez. It just means having real conversations with someone who, even if they don't understand everything I say, is trying their best to. And if they are trying their best, then I don't really need to respect that. That would be creating a spoiled fucking brat. And not even like the amusing kind. Ugh. No playful fucking dynamic as friends or otherwise. It would just be rotten. Oh. Hmm. 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 What's with the red fog? A shattering shard isn't landing here. Hmm. Respecting others as people doesn't always mean being kind with them. Sometimes it means showing your own limits and letting them know that you're not going to sacrifice yourself for them. Lest they become entitled and think the world owes them things when it doesn't. Hmm? Nothing here. Hmm. That was pretty cool. Green bear. That is not cool. Motherfucker. Like I said, my delusions like to think that there are chess games being played beyond the scale we live at. And and my stupid pride likes to think that we're fucking worth paying special attention to when we're not. Fucking hell. Well, screw you too. It doesn't look like my Wi-Fi adapter's having problems, so Sky is just desyncing and struggling to understand how I moved from point A to point B. I guess. Does Sky run on Linux? Hmm. I'll have to check the Steam page after this. Oh. Well, I don't know what that says, so I'm not gonna just give it a random thumbs up. Thanks, I guess. Well, yes, I do. Thank you for noticing. Hmm. Wish you luck with your pining. Ay, ay, ay. Like, sure, in the narrative of my fictional self, that might actually be fucking true, but as a link line who has a regular life on this world, fucking hell it isn't. That's delusion, plain and simple. I thought that was yellow for a moment, but it looks like it's red. That is a line. That is a concept through line that I don't think I've ever fully considered before, until now. Life is inevitable. Not just in the sense of things will go on, but it also in the sense of you can't kill everything. Just keep yourself safe. Eventually, thing will find its way through. And you'll have to learn how to deal with that, even if you don't want to. Hmm. Hmm. my fiction self to outlive me. To be something that people find inspiration from and hope. Not really worth talking about. If I need to explain it later, I can, but right now I don't need to explain it, nor do I really want to. I agreed in regards to relationships and how it impacts dynamics. If you need a short summary. Again, it's not really worth talking about. After all, I'll probably have to explain it a million other times anyways. Why should I try to do it again now? To add one more to the counter? No thank you. I like that way of thinking. Could be very useful. Yes, let me explain something I'll probably have to explain again some other time. Yeah, no, that sounds like a dumb fucking move. Especially when it's like trying to explain something unprompted, that shows a lack of social skills. Where you assume someone is curious about what you're talking about rather than giving them the space to properly respond with whatever the heck they want to. Now, there is some intersection with how people sometimes relive their own memories in trying to talk about experiences, especially those who process information over emotions. And in that regard, then, that social awkwardness is further misconstrued and displaced by the differences between natural functioning between one person and another. Animals play to practice the very skills and techniques that they need in order to survive. In much the same way, people play with things all the time. Words, computers, structures, and otherwise. And we've just kept a history record of those who have had more success with certain techniques, rather than just waiting for it to be ingrained into the DNA, which allows us to pass on more than we usually would be able to. Instead of needing an imprinted enneagram, we're able to create custom enneagrams. Am I even saying that right? Enneagram? Oh, thank you. Rather than trying to run against it, why not run with it? Like in-game here, sometimes it yields better results. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, I always love it when I can get that through. It's a bit tricky though, because if I get the timing wrong, I either hit the ground or don't grab the stuff. Now, where in the fuck are you today? That's a good question. Using fiction as a tool to help comprehend more of reality instead of less of it. Yeah. That is the basic idea. To let fiction shatter if it cannot hold up against reality. And if it can hold up against reality, then use it as a buffer if things get too intense. Not enough to disconnect, but just enough to help ease the pressure. Aw, we didn't start falling, damn it. Bugger. I would recommend you all check out this song. It's very soft and comforting. Maybe that's just something I feel. No, I've lost a lot of friends due to my own limitations, misunderstandings, and otherwise. I'm probably gonna and that's probably gonna continue, even if I don't want it to. That's okay. Glad I got to know them for the time I spent with them. So that crab was already flipped over. Okay. Logic, though fundamentally calculated, is also kind of insecure. Oh, thanks, game. I didn't need to see that. We're all here together, whether we like it or not. So let's try to work together in what ways we can. Nurture times nature, not one or the other alone. If your ego doesn't line up with your nurture times nature, then it will be divided by only the two. Ego divided by nurture or ego divided by nature? Which one do you think is a more cruel thing to experience? To be left floundering in? Retry. Even if no single thing is sacred, some things are still worth fighting for. Oh, that would be such a cheeky thing to do as a thief. Every time you go to steal something, you leave a calling card. But instead of making the calling cards ahead of time, you make them on site before the heist. So that way there's no way to track the money or anything back to other locations. Mm. Mm. Yeah, no. My link line here was definitely influenced by Sly Cooper. Mm. Yeah. I don't give a crap if there's a server error here. I am sending my fucking message. You are not keeping me down. Hmm. Sky, please fix your game. Alright, let me rephrase that. That game company, please fix your game. I would like to be able to send messages. What? What the fuck are you talking about, game? Retry. Yes. Fucking hell, are the servers flooded with bad requests or something? Jeez. Sky, I knew you had an update, but I didn't know your update sucked this much. Mm-hmm. Mm. Thank you. Okay, so that seems to be working well enough. I knew that would happen. Oh, cut your bullshit. Guess that's all I'm gonna get out of Sky for the night. To those of you who snuck by and saw a fragment of the recording, thank you. To those of you who stuck around and watched a good chunk through, I deeply appreciate it. I hope you all have a good day, good night, whatever time or non-time it is. If things aren't going well, you're feeling stuck, alone, scared, hurt, small, or whatnot, well, I hope that things either improve for you, that the chaos out there stays manageable, or at the very least that you're able to find a ledge to sit, rest, and vent from without hurting yourself or others. My name is Flicker. I've gotten my Sky Dailies done, so I'll see you all later. Bye.